document?
Sorry, sir.
You guys have friendships.
Sorry,
The LA Times mentions that the MS-13 gang bothers the female transgenders that visit the park. A translation, they shake down the prostitutes.
I was finally able to listen to your show again, John, just to find you hating on these poor victims in New York, where apparently, based on the article you were reading in the New York Times, doesn't show any proof that these people haven't all turned over brand new leaves when they've gotten out of prison for fraudulent acts and become the heads of these nonprofits.
One of the things most people don't know is how nonprofits count the homeless that they serve. They count every time somebody comes in as one person. So if they have a person who comes in 100 times within a couple of months, it's counted as 100 people.
No. This is 100% on the environmental wackos driving out the Exxons, the Chevrons, and the Shells. Get your facts straight, John. This is environmental wackos that cause this oil spill. You get rid of the big boys, and you get stuck with the third world, oil company. So that's the problem.
My dear Babushka, she got deported to Soviet Union in 1962 for illegal massage. I want to bring her back, but immigration law no permit. Look, I obeyed policemen 30 years. Help me win free radio cash to visit Babushka in old country, or I will stop playing Voiceline.
How do we get some government officials to expose these homeless self-charities? Why can't it be a law that any charity that gets spent over $1 million has to be public information, like every year? Just post all these nonprofits that make over $1 million a year so everybody can see them.
Yeah, it turns out it wasn't a oil spill off of Huntington Beach after all. It turns out that Governor Newsom took a swim after the press conference at Bruce's Beach, and everything that washed up was dippity-doo from his hair.
I'm watching Biden. This guy has said, guess what, about 4 or 5 times in the same speech. Guess what, Biden? We don't have to guess. We know. You're a complete idiot, moron, senile, Alzheimer's, demented pile of garbage.
Yeah, why don't we just let these idiots do what they want to do and let God tend the herd, and we'll come up with a better animal.
Those 2,000 trees that they're planting, they will have an effect. They're going to take a lot more water, which we don't have, to keep them growing. Where's that water coming from? Oh, I know. All the homeless peeing on the trees will keep them watered.
Don't those trees require water? And aren't we in a drought? You moron.
Those idiots call themselves kayaktivists. Kayaktivists!
When that illegal chased Christian cinema into that stall, I wish she had been thinking fast enough to walk out, stay right into that woman's camera.
I've been in the hospital with this damn COVID crap for about the last 7.5 weeks. I got out, and I found out that Newsom didn't get recalled. What the hell happened, California? Why did you let that idiot stay in office?
Thank you for leaving your message. Please hang up. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah, much goodbye. That would have been perfect to come out of the stall and say that.
A lot of angry, bitter listeners.
I have to respond to one of the Moist Line callers at the beginning. And that concerns the 18-year-old woman who was shot and later died outside the high school in Long Beach. We did talk about the story. Her name is Mona Rodriguez. We agree that the school safety officer, who's now on unpaid leave, should be arrested for murder. So we did make that point. A couple times you brought it up. So to you should apologize. We did cover the story. And we invited family members on, but we've not heard back. So there's now a homicide investigation into that shooting, just to update you on that. All right. We will put a hack in the dumpster coming up after the news, and then you'll hear more of those type of people, the Moist Line people, to end the show.
John and Ken KFI and Mark Bronner has this. The Coast Guard says oil and tar from that pipeline spill off the coast of Huntington Beach have washed ashore in San Diego County. Officials say they're checking out the Del Mar Fairgrounds, Oceanside City Beach, And Santa Margarita River Harbor Beach, officials say 5,544 gallons of crude oil have been recovered from the ocean. The spill was made public last weekend. A pipeline investigator says early evidence does not suggest an anchor strike is responsible for the pipeline leak that caused the spill. Richard Cooperwitz says there were no anchor drag marks in the sand.
That doesn't mean that I have sufficient information to make a conclusion. I'd be the first to say, you know, it could be, but I don't see evidence that that's the case. But more stuff will come out will point us into the right direction.
Cooperwitz was referring to a recently released video showing a brief view of the affected area. Cooperwitz says the integrity of the pipe's metal will be important in the investigation. News brought to you by Water Heaters Only. L.A. County Sheriff Villanueva says he will not enforce a vaccine mandate in his department. The sheriff says he is vaccinated himself, and he encourages others to be as well. But he says the issue has become so political, large groups of employees are willing to be fired rather than get the shot.
I don't want to be in a position to lose 5-10% of my workforce overnight on a vaccine mandate, while at the same time out bare bones with defunding efforts.
The sheriff of Riverside County announced last month he would not be enforcing a vaccine mandate. Sheriff Chad Bianco said getting vaccinated is a personal choice. The way people have been dining out in California during the pandemic is here to stay.
Eat your heart out, Paris.
Governor Newsom has signed 3 bills which made pandemic-related changes to dining permanent, including one that allows local governments to make decisions on allowing restaurants to keep their pop-up outdoor dining setups for good.
The biggest fear and anxiety I think all of us have had as consumers, not just businessmen and women, but he's like, please don't take this away.
Another bill signed makes allowing restaurants to sell drinks to go permanent. Blake Trolley, KFI News.
And Apple's expanding its offices in Culver City. The company says it's building a 550,000 square foot complex that'll have 2 new facilities. Apple opened offices in Culver City in 2014 for Apple TV Plus and Apple Music. There are around 1,500 employees at the current offices, and Apple says it plans to double that number by 2026. Now let's go to a slowdown on the 710 in Long Beach.
Let's start at the south end of the 710, traveling northbound. Delays take you ahead. It's a pretty messy drive as you continue all the way into Downey. The drive finally looks better once you make your way past. Looks like that would be getting pretty close to the Florence area, so watch out. It's a mess of a drive. Let's check out the latest with Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky, sponsored by Injury Attorney, SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com.
And lots of slowing on the west side here, starting with the 10 westbound, or I should say eastbound. That loads up just a little before the 405. Heavy into downtown Los Angeles from there. North 405, that loads up just about the 10 right out of Culver City. Most of that slowing sticks with you almost all the way up to the hookup with the 5 into San Fernando. Just one decent little pocket along that stretch. Now, it also looks like the South 405. On the brakes there from Wilshire Boulevard down to about La Tierra, down towards the airport. It's going to loosen up a bit and then back on the brakes for the 105 much of the way through Long Beach. Injured in an accident? Visit SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky.
Now, both directions of the 110 freeway very slow moving out of South LA into Elysian Park between the 5 and the 105. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Rachel Martinez.
Have you been wanting to spruce up your home but are being told you have to wait weeks or even months for your furniture to come in? Don't wait any longer. Come into a Court Furniture Outlet today and discover why Court Furniture has been the secret destination of designers, home stagers, and business professionals for over 40 years. At Court Furniture Outlet, you'll find everything you need to brighten up your home or make your workplace more comfortable. And the best part is that it's all in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So no waiting. And now, during Court Furniture Outlet's Fall Savings Event, you'll save on a huge selection of new upholstery in several styles and colors, including sectionals and sleepers, dining sets, bedroom sets, and mattresses. Plus a great selection of office furniture, including mesh back office chairs, originally $249, now only $59. With locations in Glendale and Central, in Corona at the 91 and McKinley, and now Fountain Valley at Euclid and the 405. Check them out on Yelp or go to CourtFurnitureOutlet.com. That's CORT FurnitureOutlet.com.
Southland weather from KFI. Sunny tomorrow with high 60s to mid-70s at the beaches. Mid-70s for Metro LA and OC. Looking like that throughout the weekend. Upper 70s in the valleys. Low to mid-70s in the IE and the AV. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Mark Ronner. Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. NMLS ID 1282331. Equal housing lender. Not licensed in all states including New York. Offer based on loans over $250,000. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing terms and restrictions.
What's better than a mortgage interest rate and APR in the twos? How about a no closing cost mortgage loan with an interest rate and APR in the twos? That's right. We have no closing cost loans here at Cash Call Mortgage. We pay the title, escrow, and appraisal fees. So if you're looking to save a little cash on your monthly mortgage payment, call Cash Call Mortgage today. Our quotes are always free. If your mortgage rate APR is not in the twos, Cash Call Mortgage could lower your interest rate and save you some cash. What are you waiting for? With low rates and no closing cost options, now is the time to refinance your mortgage. For a free quote to see if you qualify, go to cashcallmortgage.com or call us today. Call 800-633-0861. That's 800-633-0861. 800-633-0861. This fall, Audible is the best place to listen for everything you're into. From comedy to motivation to the latest bestsellers. Find it all at Audible with audiobooks, exclusive originals, and popular podcasts. Start listening free when you sign up at audible.com.
We go above and beyond to protect your family. Actually, so do we. Using advanced methods and solutions, we deep clean and disinfect your surfaces, air ducts, and more. We're here for emergency restoration too. For over 70 years, families and businesses have trusted the pros at Coit. Yours can too. Call 800-4COIT to save 30% on select services.
As life returns to normal, our worries have not disappeared, but evolved. CalHope offers free COVID-19 emotional support. Call 1-833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Have a plumbing, water heater issue? Call a Smell Good plumber, 800-446-MIKE.
KFI.
Live and local.
And our radio station.
It's time for John and Ken to throw a hat in a dumpster.
John and Ken Show, John Shervell and Ken Shambo. It's Kfi Am 640 live everywhere on the iHeart.